Now a Death Knight serving Queen Takesis, Lord Soth is a tragic figure, doomed to undeath by his inability to control his wayward passion. Welcome back guys, how are you doing today? I hope you had a great week. So in this video we're going to discuss Lord Soth, so hit the intro and let's begin. Now before we get into the story itself about Lord Soth, the first Death Knight, and the first and only Knight of the Black Rose, I do want to mention a few things. For those of you that do play D&D, a regular Death Knight is a CR 17 creature. They are extremely powerful and definitely not a very fun foe to meet in the field. Now Lord Soth is a CR 22 creature who has spells in his disposal like Power Word Kill. He is far more terrifying than any other regular Death Knight, and there is a good reason for it. After all, he is one of the first. So let's dive deep into Lord Soth. Lord Soth was a true and noble knight of Solamnia, but he was an intensely passionate man, lacking in self-discipline, and this was his downfall. Soth fell in love with a beautiful elf maiden, a disciple of the king priest himself from Ishtar. The knight was married at the time, but thoughts of his wife vanished at the sight of the elf maiden's beauty. Forsaking both his sacred marriage vows and his knightly vows, Soth gave in to passion, lying with the girl. He seduced her and brought her to live with him in Dragonlance Keep, promising to marry her. While his wife disappeared under sinister circumstances, the elf maiden remained true to the knight, even after she discovered his horrible and terrible misdeeds, for she believed that there was still something good and noble deep within him. She prayed to the goddess Mishkal that the knight be allowed to redeem himself, and her prayers were answered. Lord Soth was given the power to prevent the cataclysm, though it would mean sacrificing his own life. Strengthened by the love for the girl that he had wronged, Lord Soth left for Ishtar, fully intending on stopping the king priest and restoring his own shattered honor. But the knight was halted in his journey by elven women, disciples of the king priest, who knew of Lord Soth's crime and threatened to ruin him. To weaken the effect of the elf maiden's love, they insinuated that she had been unfaithful to him in his absence. I do want to state that these elven women, although disciples of the king priest, were still working under the influence of the Dark Queen herself, Takesis. Either willingly or unwillingly, they were doing her bidding and making sure the cataclysm happened. Soth's passion got hold of him, destroying his reason. In a jealous rage, he rode back to Dragonlance Keep, entering his door and accusing his innocent girl in betraying him. Then the cataclysm struck. The great chandelier in the entryway fell to the floor. The flame consumed the elf maiden and the child she has borne to Lord Soth. As she died, she called down a curse upon the knight, condemning him to eternal, dreadful life. With his followers, Soth perished in the fire, only to be reborn again in the hideous form of the Death Knight. Soth was doomed to spend his existence hearing over and over again the song of fate sung to him by the very elven women who had brought about his downfall, and who were now changed into banshees as punishment. But during the War of the Lance, Soth was freed from his bondage by the Dark Queen and told to serve a dragon high lord. Lord Soth issued a challenge to the Dragon High Lords, telling them that he would serve the one who would spend a night in his haunted castle, and one rose above them all. Lord Soth chose Kitiara since she was the only one with courage enough to live in the haunted Dragonlance Keep. Soth came to admire Kitiara, and his admiration changed into an unholy love for the woman. When she fell in love, if such a passion can be attributed to her, with a dark elf Dalamar, Soth's jealousy knew no bounds. He swore to have her for his own, and thus he tricked her and brought about her death. It is said now that if any warrior is foolish enough to venture near Dragonlance Keep, he is confronted by a lovely dark-haired woman who will vow to him her undying love if he will help her escape. Those who fall victim to the woman's charm are confronted by the Death Knight, who bids the warrior to join his ghostly army. The last thing the warrior sees as he is consumed by flame are two dark, alluring eyes and a charming, crooked smile. And that is going to be the end of the video for today. I hope you enjoyed the story of Lord Soth, his tragic downfall, and the terrifying visage that he has become. Hope to see you in the next one. Have a good day.